CM Punk was definitely the heel tonight when he defended his title against Kevin Owens in Canada. Kevin Owens, definitely the babyface, and Sami Zayn, the heel walking in and the more heel walking out. Boy, howdy, I think everybody is going to be hating on Sami Zayn tonight, and you know what I got to say to that? Good. People should be hating on Sami Zayn. He is a heel. We're supposed to boo the heels. The heel is supposed to take something we love and destroy it. And that's what Sami did. I wanted Kevin Owens to win the title against CM Punk, just like almost everybody else. But Sami Zayn took that away from us. And that is what a heel is supposed to do. And it sucks. I wanted Kevin Owens to win, but I got to appreciate just how far Sami will go in his quest to just be the most obnoxious jerk in the world, the most self-righteous victim. It's actually a thing of beauty. The Sami Zayn character arc for this year, 2026, is pretty mind-boggling, where he started off with and where he's at now, like, for real. Sami has had more development than like 90% of the roster in the last like 2 or 3 years, just this year alone. And we're going to go over that in our one take, one shot, in our SmackDown review, where I do it immediately following SmackDown to get my gut reaction. Can't look at other YouTubers steal their ideas. This is just no cuts, no edits, and this is the World Championship Stone Cold Steve Austin Smoking Skull Belt. You want it? You can have it. All you got to do is comment below and subscribe to the channel. At 30,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job, I'm going to give it away. It's not a toy. It's a replica. It could be yours. I'm going to ship it anywhere in the world, even Ohio. I'll do it. I promise. All right. Free shipping. Did I say that? Free shipping. Comment, subscribe. Okay. So we start off SmackDown with Sami Zayn. He's complaining to Nick Aldis, saying how he got screwed out of his title shot, his rematch, his all these things. You add Kevin Owens, you add Gunther. I had to fight for my rematch. What's the problem here? And Nick Aldis is like, oh gosh, come on, I don't have time for this. And Randy Orton will come up and say, you know what, I'm going after the title real quick. And Sami is just like, what is going on here? And Sami kind of like leaves for the rest of the show, and he doesn't come back until the end. Now, at the end of the show, we have Kevin Owens, CM Punk. CM Punk comes with a hockey mask on, so I'm assuming he's making fun of the Canadians, because he definitely he heals it up. He is a total heel. He's Shawn Michaels tonight whenever he walked into Canada, because everybody hated Shawn Michaels because of the Montreal Screwjob and his feud with Bret Hart. Well, Kevin Owens is the hometown hero, and so CM Punk is being just a total heel. Now, I hope that CM Punk comes back a heel, but I think he only did it for Canada. Now, he's healing it up throughout the whole match. Kevin Owens, he's a babyface throughout the whole match. The crowd is oohing and eyeing, and the fake finishes the crowd is having the appropriate response to a babyface and a heel. CM Punk, you guys haven't won anything from since 67. It was a good match. It was a good match. I remember one time they were like, oh, we're in the deep waters, and it was like 8 minutes in. I'm like, you're not in the deep waters, dude. You're not in the deep waters. That's not deep waters. That's like, you're in the kiddie pool still. However, the match does go about 20-25 minutes, so we did get there. And at one point, we have the ref bump. Finally, we get to the ref bump spot, and the ref at first is selling it really bad, but then they hit him again. He falls out of the ring, and this is where Sami Zayn suddenly appears. Now, I'm wondering to myself, Kevin's in the ring, and CM Punk, he's out of the ring, because he kind of was trying to get the referee, because he was like, I need to get the referee in there, otherwise I can't win. And also, on top of that, Kevin Owens, when the ref was down, got a stunner in, and got the visual pin on CM Punk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the referee had been conscious, Kevin Owens would have won. And then, after that, CM Punk got to go to sleep on Kevin Owens, and so then he got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's important to note, Kevin Owens got it first. Now, CM Punk goes to the outside to wake up the referee, and that's when Sami Zayn comes. Now, is Sami Zayn going to go in the ring and give Kevin Owens a haluva kick for barging in on his match at SummerSlam? Or is he telling the truth when he says, I'm happy for Kevin. It's not fair, but I am happy for Kevin. Or is he going to continue? Sorry, I think I got something in my teeth. I don't know. One take, one shot. Or is he going to attack CM Punk, the guy who kind of, in his eyes, stole the world championship from him? And he goes after CM Punk. He grabs Punk, throws him into the ring post, and throws him into the ring. And he kind of ducks, right? Because he doesn't want Kevin to see him. Kevin takes advantage without seeing Sami do that. And now he goes for the pin again. We get the referee back in the ring. 2.9. It was such a false finish that I bought it. I was like, oh my God, we're going to do this. We are going to do this. And then we didn't. He kicked out. It was like one of the closest kickouts I have seen in an extremely long time. And it's like, wow, I bought it. Then we have Sami like, oh no, I couldn't, Kevin didn't win. So, for some reason, the moment the ref did the count, he like passed out again. So that was kind of lame, but let's just gloss over that. Sami goes get the title, and he throws it in the ring, and he tells Kevin to hit him with it. Suddenly, Kevin not just becomes a good guy, but he becomes a white meat babyface. No, I can't do it. I can't win this way. And he gives it back to Sami Zayn. I can't win this way, Sami. I thought that was lame. I really do think that was lame. I wish KO would have just done it, right? So Sami grabs the belt, and because KO rejected his help, like almost instantly, Sami just knocks Kevin up the head with it, like dong, bong. And Kevin goes down. CM Punk then wins. I don't know if CM Punk saw Sami or not, but either way, CM Punk, 1, 2, 3. And everybody's like, oh my God, Sami, what have you done? What have you done? And CM Punk is like, oh, whew. He's celebrating, but then Sami Zayn, he gets up because he was doing that thing where they sit at the barricade like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. So was Kevin Owens. Oh my God, I can't believe I lost. But Sami Zayn gets the belt and he attacks CM Punk with it. So showing that like we're probably about to get a triple threat at Money in the Bank. And but it's logical. It's logical. There's hatred among everybody now. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to be in a forever feud. We can always start that back up, but CM Punk's there, and Sami hates Punk, and Kevin hates Punk, and Punk hates everybody, like everybody but his wife. So it's like, I think this was good. Honestly, I know everybody's gonna hate it. I really do know that. And I'm not gonna be here like, ha ha ha, you guys hate something. No, but I am saying that this is wrestling and it's good when there's a heel. We should want to hate somebody. You out there that is absolutely hating this decision should want to pay money to see CM Punk and Kevin Owens just murder Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank. That is the purpose of wrestling. That's why Gunther is such a great character, because people just hate the guy. They want to see him lose. You should want to see them lose. And that's why I appreciate the heel, though. I personally love the heels, and I think Sami Zayn is a great heel right now. And I have been very critical of Sami. Go back to my videos last year. I think I have like 2 Sami Zayn problem videos. Like, this is a problem, Sammy Hogan or something like that. So I will call Sami out when I feel when it's necessary. But Sami is doing some great work right here, and he hit a water bottle early in the episode. So like bonus points there, you know. But so yeah, that was your show. And so we will probably, it has to be a triple threat. We got to be going down the triple threat route. And so we shall see there. You know what? Let Kevin Owens pin Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank. I don't care. Or Sami Zayn can pin Kevin Owens. I want the belt off of Punk, and for those two to just wrestle for the belt. How cool would that be? Sami and Kevin just fighting for the title in their forever feud, friendship, whatever it is. That would be sweet. And then so that's pretty much the show right there. And you're either gonna love it or absolutely hate that. Now we go back to the beginning. After Sami talks some smack, Randy Orton shows up, right? He's saying, you know, it seems like Randy Orton is like a baby face right now with kind of heelish tendencies. I don't get exactly what he is. But then we see on the monitor Cody Rhodes, like, Randy, get out here. And so then Nick Aldis is like, no, we're not about to do this. Nick Aldis runs out there to stop it, but then Randy's music hits. So it's a little chaotic beginning, and I do like a little bit chaotic beginning after we had everybody walk in with their cups of coffee, of course. And so then Nick is like, no, we're not not doing this. We're not doing this. If you guys even touch each other, then you'll never sniff a world title shot again under my watch. And then Randy's like, whoa, no, I can't do that. I need to get the 15th title. I'm not going to go in there. You can count on me of being a professional. And then Cody Rhodes says some stuff. Cody Rhodes is trying so hard to seem like he's not a good guy anymore, but he's totally still a good guy. Like, he's just trying way too hard to have an edge right now. And I don't know what it is between these two. It's there for the taking, and they're trying really hard. But for me, I just don't feel it feels like that's what they're doing. It feels like they're trying really hard to make us believe that Randy and Cody hate each other, and there's something just missing. There's just something missing, and it doesn't really feel like they hate each other. Anyways, they kind of I think Cody eventually says something along the lines of, you might win your 15th, your 16th, your 17th, your 18th, but at the end of the day, I'll be there to kill the legend. And that was pretty much their promo. And then we didn't see them again. They went back to their home planet, like Poochie from The Simpsons. Itchy and Scratchy show. And then what did we have? The Haku and the MFTs fought Damian Priest and R-Truth. Remember when Damian Priest was like, all right, guys, I'm sick of the same main eventers. After SummerSlam, I'm coming for you. He never came for anybody. And we have the War Raiders. They're watching this matchup, and when it's all said and done, R-Truth takes the pin. They got a new move. I forget what it's called at the moment, and they win. Tama Tonga did cut a promo, and so did Tala Tonga. They cut a promo as they walked, and there was music behind it as they cut their promo. Fine stuff, no problems there. I wish they would rename themselves, I don't know, the Island Boys or something. No, just the Tongan Death Grips. I don't care. Change the names, though. They shouldn't be the MFTs anymore. That said, good stuff. I do kind of want to see Ming kill people. He did cuss, though. I think they had to bleep out Ming, so that was interesting. Haku, Ming, whatever. Potato. You say tomato, I say potato. And then they win. At first, it looked like Damian Priest was super upset that R-Truth lost. And I was like, they hug. I thought he was about to and he didn't. He didn't do nothing. They hugged. Damian Priest got on the ropes. He looked a little dejected, and that was the end of the segment. Yay! Blake Monroe, she they talk about what's she gonna wear, and she's like, I wanted a championship match for my first match. I don't want to be wrestling in Canada. I would rather be like in Milan or something, Italy, Paris, but here, gross. And then she's like, the Kathy Kelly or Jackie Redmond, whichever one, I can never tell them apart. She's like, you look fine. And then she's like, oh yeah, you know what? I do look fine. Takes off her robe, and then she goes to face Julia. Now, they made a mention like, there's so much animosity between these two. Don't forget that on July 26th, or June 26th, Blake attacked Julia. And I'm like, guys, you shouldn't be pointing that out. That's not a good fact. You're telling me that 2 months ago, Julia got attacked and we're now just getting around to it? We're now 2 months ago, and now we're just getting. Why would Julia wait 2 months to get her hands on Blake Monroe? So they should not have pointed that out. But yeah, this match didn't even start. It just send Julia to AAA or something, because we need a hard reset on her. The match didn't even start. Blake just started beating her up. I'm glad Blake looked strong, but it just sucks for Julia. It's like we're in a monkey paw situation. I wish that Blake Monroe would be booked strong. Well, we gotta destroy Julia then. No, that's not what I said. It's like, they didn't even ring the bell. They beat her up so much. So yeah. And then Blake was like, I wanted a championship match. So, okay. We have also Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They're talking about Bloody Marys, and then Tatum Paxley comes in and says, "Who's Mary? And is she bringing the blood, or I gotta bring the blood?" And then Charlotte's like, "Oh, weirdo." Then we got Jay Cargill and them come in. Meacham will eventually challenge Tatum Paxley for a match, and then they leave. You know what they're doing here? So they've already squeezed out as much awkwardness as Charlotte and Alexa Bliss could have, because it's no longer believable that they wouldn't be friends after so long of teaming up together. So they brought in another person that Charlotte has to get along with. They're going to repeat a lot of the stuff that they did with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss in the beginning of their relationship. They're just going to do it to Tatum Paxley. But Tatum Paxley is a little bit of an oddball, so there will be a little slight differences, but it's just rehashing the same exact story. Instead of breaking up Alexa and Charlotte, they're just going to rehash the story by adding a third person. This is why I said Poochie earlier. This is Itchy and Scratchy adding a third character, a Poochie character right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But it's like when a sitcom or a show is dying, and so they add a hip new character to kind of give it some new life, and no, it just doesn't work. And I'm not saying Tatum Paxley doesn't work. I'm just saying this reeks of desperation of trying to keep Charlotte and Alexa storyline going. Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green, they come out of the locker room, and she's like, "Don't come down here. I can't risk you risking your championship." And Paige is just like, I don't know, signing autographs, and Chelsea's like, "Hey, hi Paige," and then Paige is like, "Oh, I heard what you said last week." It was such a weird way of getting all three of them together. And then we have Fatal Influence come in, start making fun of them, and then Paige is like, "Tell you what, I'm going to go for your U.S. title," and everybody's like, "Yeah, go for the U.S. title." I'm like, Tiffany Stratton just lost the U.S. title last week. Don't you think Tiffany would want a rematch before just letting Paige, who they just literally walked up and tapped on the shoulder? Shouldn't Tiffany be like, "Nah, I'm next in line. I'm first in line"? So that was a little weird. And that we will then have Tiffany will face Lash Legend in a match. Now, this is what I think they should have done. I don't hate what they did, but I think they could have had some storyline here. So I think what they should have done was had Tiffany and Lash Legend in the ring, and they're wrestling. And at one point, we cut to the back, and we see Nia. We see a laid out Chelsea Green, and then we see the camera pans, and Nia's over her, and it's like, "Ha ha ha! I beat up Chelsea Green because I heard you say to stay in the back," and she did. And then Tiffany's like, "What?" And that allows Lash Legend to knock out Tiffany when she's distracted from her friend getting beat up. That's what I would have done. However, and then she would have won. However, what they did was they just had Lash beat Tiffany clean. Now, she was still selling the injuries from last week, so she was still a little protected. I am very happy, though, that Lash got a clean win. And then afterwards, they go to beat her up more. Then Tiffany comes out with one kendo stick. Now, mind you, earlier in the night, Little Yachty has a kendo stick. So now we have two characters with kendo sticks coming out. Now, Chelsea runs with the kendo sticks and fights off the irresistible forces. Now, I'm of two minds of this. I'm very, very happy that the champion Chelsea Green is actually being booked strong. So, I love that. But I think they might have course corrected a little too much. For one, Lash and Nia are two people versus one. Chelsea Green has a broken orbital, her face is broken, and so she has to be a little cautious. Yes, she has a weapon, but it's still 2-on-1, and it's the irresistible forces who are supposed to be monsters. So I feel like maybe they could have brought Paige at least with Chelsea Green, because they made a point to bring her into the shot earlier with the three of them. So I think if we would have just had Paige there also, then it wouldn't have been so bad. But just one person, any one person against the irresistible forces, I don't care if it's Chelsea or not, doesn't seem like, I don't know, the irresistible forces. They're supposed to be like monsters, so I feel it should take at least two people to get rid of them, not just one. That's a small gripe. I am very happy that Chelsea is being booked strong, though, so I will be happy with that. We do have Shinsuke Nakamura revealed his partner. I forget what his name is, but it was a cool promo, and the guy's like, "I'm insane." So it's a cool promo, but I thought it was I don't know. I feel like we should have had those two attack the MFTs after they won earlier. Who are these guys? And then had the introduction. To introduce this guy, that nobody knows because he wasn't in NXT or anything. It was just a little weird, but not the end of the world. I've seen worse. I've seen it worse. Debuts, but just a little weird. Then we have KO and Finn. Finn went up to KO and was like, "You need to win this. You need to win." And then Gunther came up and was like, basically, Gunther is ignoring Finn Balor. And he's just, he talks right over his head. And he's talking to KO saying, "Yeah, you're not going to win. If you do, I'm coming for that belt. Don't worry about Finn Balor. Nobody knows what really happened to him." He just, he's really being dismissive and just horrible to Finn Balor. So that's good. Again, you want your heels to be horrible people that you hate. And then we had Trick Williams comes out. Trick Williams comes out with Little Yachty. I'm kind of over Little Yachty right now because I feel like Little Yachty is it's like an equal partnership right now, and I don't feel it should be an equal partnership. I think it should be 90% Trick Williams, 10% Little Yachty. However, they did do something good here. So Trick Williams comes out, he calls out Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin comes out on a motorcycle. Don't know why what that's all about. He comes out there. I do not like Baron Corbin. I just don't like Baron Corbin. He comes out, he starts talking, but he was making sense. Trick was like, "You owe me a shot. I want my title shot." And Baron Corbin was like, "No. I beat you, and then I beat you in the rematch. You don't get nothing." And then Little Yachty attacked him more, and so that was what Baron Corbin needed to do to say, "Okay, I'll tell you what. Give me 5 minutes alone with Little Yachty in the ring. If he survives, then I will give you a match at Sunday night main event." And then Little Yachty says, "Yeah, let's do it." So honestly, that's actually a pretty good stipulation. There's a story there. That's what I want, a story. I hope. I would love if maybe at Sunday night's main event, Little Yachty is just taken out and we don't have to see him again for a very long time, and Trick Williams can go back to being just himself, because I feel when he shares the spotlight, I feel like Trick Williams is so egotistical he should never share the spotlight. So, but I will say I do like this prospect of Little Yachty versus Baron Corbin for 5 minutes, and it's a neat little story. After that, let's get rid of Little Yachty. Let's get the belt back on Trick, and let's have Baron Corbin go do something else. I have no idea what else, but go do it. And then I think that's pretty much it. We've already talked about the main event segment with what all the happenings around Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and CM Punk. So that was SmackDown. It was a pretty good show, honestly. I think it was a pretty good show altogether, all in all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll give it an 8. I think a lot of people are going to hate this show because they're going to hate the outcome. I don't mind not getting my way if it makes sense, and everything they did tonight actually did make sense. It did make sense. So while my guy, Kevin Owens, did not win, it made sense how the story played out. So yeah, 8. Maybe 9. I might give it a 9 in the morning. I think I'll keep it an 8 at the very least. All right, boys. All right, girls. Go leave a hot take. See you tomorrow, and see you bye.